everyone, it's Zadira and I'm back in Enshrouded, and we need to put a roof on this house. We did in the last video, we built this box. It's not going to be a box forever, but it looks like just a square box for now. And so in this episode, I want to put a roof on. I want to put doors and windows on. And also I have some good hints and tips that I have figured out. I've been working on my single player, trying to learn how to do all of this stuff, and figured out some things. For one thing, we found out that you can sleep in a bed, and that will pass the time of night through. Okay, so we just did that, so it's daytime. But you can pass the nighttime through, and I like doing that for when I'm building, because the building, it gets so dark you can't see what you're doing. So you want to build a bed if you're building, because you can sleep through the night and then you don't have those dark hours to go through. So to do that, now we didn't cover this in the last episode either, is you need a workbench, and that's one of the first things you're supposed to do, and we didn't even go over that in the last episode. But you craft this workbench, and then you can see all of the things that you can craft. Like, for instance, here's the beds. And then at first, I only had this one. And then once, it's a crude mattress, that's the first one you can build. It needs 4 plant fiber, 3 string, and 4 torn cloth. And once you build that, that gives you the crude mattress. And then this one came up for me. And it's such nicer bed with 4 animal fur, 4 string, 4 wood logs, and 1 crude mattress. So see, you need your crude mattress to build this one. But look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, it's just adorable. Okay, so that's the first thing, is if you don't want to work during the nighttime hours. I don't think it affects anything else. I'm not sure. We haven't played very long because the game is new. But I did want to share that with you. Also, one thing that I've noticed, sometimes it's really hard to see things. It still is. I might even need to fix this differently. But one thing you can do is fix your camera distance. And to do that, let me show you. When you escape, you go to settings. Then you can go to game and camera distance. Now, normally, I think that's default right there. That is default. If you click all the way down, you saw my screen zoom in on myself. That's because it shortened the distance from my character to the camera. So you can do that, and then you can do that, and you can do that. It doesn't scroll out anymore. I need to be outside, I guess, to do it. I tried this one, so I'm staying with that one for now, but you could even go the other one if you need more distance, because I just wasn't able to see around what I was doing. So that helped me. So hopefully maybe it might help. Now we want to work on building the roof. So I put all these up for our ceiling. I went ahead and did that, so I wouldn't take up time to do that. But in order to get up on the ceiling, on top, on the second floor, we need stairs. We're going to choose our build hammer and then press tab. And also another thing I did that helped me, I was really fumbling with the Alt key. Because the Alt key, I'll show you, take that out. The Alt key, if you look down at my toolbar, down on the very far left side, it says Alt. So if you press Alt, that gives you your other toolbar. In order to build, you choose your hammer, and then you press Tab, and that gets you into building mode. And then at that point, it was saying to go back to Alt to choose your shapes. And that was just really confusing to me. So I changed mine to the little tilde key, which that's the way they had it in the demo. And to me, it works great. The little tilde key, that's what I call it, that's how I pronounce it, is the little squiggle line over there to the left of your number 1, an exclamation point. It's that key. So if you hold the key down that you have for that, it will bring all of your blueprints up, and you can scroll up and down through them. Let me show you how to do that if you want to change that. You might want to change it. Let's get that big giant square thing out of the way. You might want to change it to another key. Alt just kept messing my brain up because we need it for changing your toolbars. So you go to settings again and go to controls and then keyboard and mouse bindings. So you can see movement. This is all the key bindings. Actions, camera, action bar, combat, and we want to go all the way down to building. And the one that you want to change is change category. So this used to say Alt and mouse scroll up, Alt and mouse scroll down. So what you want is you can click on this and it's waiting for input, and what I found is you have to do it pretty quickly. So click your tilde button and whoops, see, it doesn't do it very good. So click your tilde button and scroll up. There we go. For some reason you have to do them really fast together for it to work, but you can change any of these. But that, it just, and I'm thinking about maybe doing for changing the construction material, because it's just a pain to go down there all the way to control to choose whether I'm doing stone or wood or whatever like that. So that one's driving me crazy too, but I'm okay with that one so far. Okay, so that's why you can change your key bindings. Let's return back to the game. Now let's get busy and get some of this built. I tell you what, the roofing is not my favorite. I'll tell you as a disclaimer right up front, but let's try to do this and get it through it together. Hopefully you can learn from mine having problems and figuring things out. So we've chosen our building hammer. We're going to say tab, and then now I can push my tilde button to choose what I want to build with. So I want the 2 meter, and I want the number 6 in my toolbar, which is the little kind of ceiling or floor. So you want to just stick it right there. I think I want it there. Yes. And let's put that in. And then next we want to scroll the mouse over to number 8, and that's this little stairs. So we want to okay. So the problem with we don't want it to snap. Let's take X off so that we can put it where we want it. So that looks right. The problem is being able to see around all the edges, because you barely can click it and you can see that popped inside there. Or let's see. Or it will leave a hole there. There. I think that is correct, like that. You can I would just get to the habit of double checking everything, because sometimes I'll just build and then come to find out over there in the corner it starts out all cattywonkled and not connected. So okay, let's go back to our stairs and do R. Let's see, like that. And we want to, this is where we want to connect it here. Make sure it's over to the edge, and if we scooch it in 1, I think that works. But like I say, let's double check. You tab out. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, perfect. I like the little corner. I like the corner. Well, let me check this edge. I thought so. See, that's what I'm talking about. It looked like it was perfect, but it was not. So you can do Y as the easiest. I think you're allowed 5 undos. So just click Y and you can undo pretty quickly. So see, it looks like it's connected, but it's not. So you want to go in. I think that's right now. There we go. Okay. See, I think the thing that confused me is there's a little corner here that it didn't extend out to this edge. So now we need to, let's go ahead and put that back on. Now we need to remove some of this so we don't hit our heads going up. There we go. And let's remove some of this too. Let's go ahead and change to the smaller floor and say, it's going to remove that whole floor though. Yeah, so I think it'd be better just to go to your number 1 key, one block, and take out what you want. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it though. Can we get through it? Can we get out through here if we crouch down? Yeah. No, we can't. Okay, so I do have to remove it. I was going to say we're going to put something here anyway so that we can walk over here without falling. So tab again. Let's start removing. And you know what? This is what is so great. I've built so many stairs in other games, and you're limited because a floor is a certain size, or a wall is a certain size, or stairs are a certain size, and you can't do anything. You can't be creative, as creative. Can I get through there? Now I can get through. Let's just do that much. I'm not sure how much I want to remove, but see how we can remove this and make it just the size we want. So I like that. I need to go ahead and put something here because I know I'm going to need to walk on this. So, oh, that's another thing I did. I made this scaffolding. They gave us this, let's see, let's go out of building mode. Here's where we go Alt to change our, there we go. Whoop, I did it. Okay. And there's scaffolding in the workbench, and you can place it. So, if you have scaffolding, sometimes you have to like stand out in that area. It didn't touch the floor, but I don't care because I kind of need it high. Let's go ahead and put this one here just in case we need it. Sometimes I need it. I'm going to make the ladder on this side. Stick out just a little bit there. And so how you get up is you just jump up on it there. And now, so now we can get down and up if we want to without a problem. So I really do need to close this in. Well, we'll see. Let's just see. So let's get started on the roof. So we want to go back to our other toolbar with our building hammer and tab. And we want to get the little sloped wall. There we go. Yeah, stepped wall. They call it a stepped wall. Oh, you know what though? This is where we've been going down in and getting shrouded wood. Let's see. So I don't see that that's a choice. Let's see if it's in, get out of this. No, oh wait, yeah, I think I did see it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we've been going down, and if you watched the live video last night, Steffi and I went down and we got a bunch of, I don't think we have near enough at all. Let's get this out here too, because that don't need that in there. Let's go ahead and, since we haven't closed this up yet, we'll use this. So we've been going down in the shroud and getting shrouded wood. If you go down in the shroud and find dead trees, you can get shrouded wood, and it gives just a little bit of difference. I wish I could do, I really like it a lot. I wish I could build my whole house at it, but you'd have to spend a lot of time down there. So now we want to go control, and see, that's rough stone block. If you look over on the right hand side, and that shroud wood block. So did I even cover, I don't think I covered that. Let's go down there real quick and make sure people know how to do that. So you go to your workbench, and to make these blocks you need to have the resources. So like the rough stone block, it says you need 2 stone, or yeah, 2 stone to make 1 block. Now this is not a huge giant block. This is like a little tiny 1x1 block, and it takes, I don't know how many of these to make a wall. So you're only making these. So you think 100, see it's going to make 100. 100 little blocks isn't very much. So you're going to be shocked. You're going to need 1,000 of everything if you make any kind of house at all. And that seems like it's hard, but it's not. It's not that hard. But you do need the materials. So to get the shroud wood block, you need 10 shroud wood to make one of the little tiny blocks, to make 100 of those. So I have a feeling we're not going to have enough, but we're not going to use a whole lot. But that's how you get your blocks that I'm working with. So let's go back to our building mode, and here's our shrouded block wall. Let's rotate it, and we want to rotate it inside like that. Just gives a little bit of character if there's a little bit of depth, I think. So let's do that and then rotate it. Same thing over here. And that's gonna, now these look totally different. Let me show you. If I go to control and choose the wood, look at the difference. I mean, those they look so fancy. Look at that comparison. And they also look different connecting. When they connect to the wall, they look different. So if you're having problems figuring that out, that's why. So let's remove that. That's just the plain wood. Okay, now we want to go and start our roof. So we'll go with the 4 meter. And I want to get it to the edge over there. And this is where it helps to have the distance that I was talking about, because you can see farther. And what I'm doing is I'm looking over there at that edge, that corner edge, and then I want it up 1. But mainly I'm trying to see if I want to get it up to that edge of the roof. So I don't want it inside, I want it outside. There we go. So I've got it that distance, and then the way you do it, you have to just watch. So like I saw it pop up, so it's popped up where I want it. Now I need, oh, see, there we go. Now that's where I want it, pretty sure. So yeah, I think let's try this side and see to comparison. Some sides are easier to do. I don't know why. It's something to do with how you see and how they act. Okay, so that, it's really hard to see with that having the pillars, because what I want is I want it on the edge of the roof over there on the far side, and then I want it on the edge here like that. That's what I want. Let's see, that looked correct. Yeah, they match, so that's correct. Okay, so now this is the hard part. You probably thought, man, this is the hard part, because that was hard. So now I want to extend my roof up, and what I finally figured out, for one thing, okay, look right here at this beam as I'm moving this end beam. There's beams on both ends of that roof, and so you want to put your blueprint down in between those beams. See how you can see over there in that one little corner up there, you can see it overlapping. You don't want it to overlap. You want it inside there like that. Now this part is the hard part for me. See, it wants to snap over there. So you have to figure out where the roofs are going to meet in the middle is what you have to do. That looks correct to me. Now we may have to undo and undo until we get it right. But once you figure out how to do it, my talking takes a lot longer than what you would normally figure out. So we want to stay inside the 2 beams and click that. Okay, so see, we weren't quite far enough up on this side, so I didn't quite get it. And what I've learned is you don't want to connect these at the top. You don't want them to touch. There should be a tiny little clear area between them. I think I did it. Yes. But it looks funny on one end. Wait. You know what? I was so busy looking at that. Yep. See, I went too far. So let's redo it. Now that we know, I need to make sure that it stays inside the 2 side beams. And see, look up there. You can see there's a little stripe of clear sky. That's what you want. That's what you want. I had such a hard time because I was trying to connect them. You don't connect them. And see, you get this nice beam going right between them if you do it correctly. So we're on our way. Let's go ahead and do, this is where I might have to, if I can't get this to place right, I might have to, you know what, I think it might be easier to do it without the sloped wall. So we want it to barely touch. We don't want it inside the edge. There. No, yeah, right. Right there. Right there. Now we want to pull it out this way and pull it there till it just kind of sits down. And then, oops, let's go this side. It's easier to do your corners first. Don't try to do the whole thing, because if you mess up, that way you don't have to unmess up everything. You don't have to fix everything. Okay, so we want it, see how it's just barely over the edge. If I pull it this way, it's inside the edge of the ceiling. So we want that one little bit, and then pull it this way, and then, oops, see, I saw it go. You have to watch it, and then move your mouse, and it popped right up where I need it. So let's see here. So now we kind of have to eyeball it, make sure that we're inside the two beams. It looks about right. Let's see. And then eyeball it. Come inside the beams. So that wasn't right. Alright, let's see. Might have to... Nope, I think I see it. I think we did it. Oh, pull it down. Yep, see that little clear stripe up there between it? Wish I could position my character a little bit so you could see that better, but when I position my character, it moves it. So hopefully you can see that little clear stripe up there. They don't meet together, and then when you click on it, it does. Okay, now before I go any further, I want to check and make sure, let's get out of that, these are lined up. See, they're lined up right on that and lined up on that. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Now, wow, I can't even tell you how hard that was to figure out. Now, on the front here, we're going to do a little special thing. So let's go back into building mode. Worried it's going to kind of get dark, but that's okay, because what we can do is sleep. So we're using the inner roof corner. I always called these valleys. And we want to place that down, wiggle it around until there. Watch the point at the bottom. See there and there. And then also watch for the little beams, the little square beams that are sticking out. And you don't want it in like that. You want it out like that. So place that, rotate it, and do the same thing over here. There we go. Chisel Chip, I mentioned him last video. He's the one who showed me how to do this. It's just awesome. So make sure your point is down like that, and the little boards are sticking out right there. Now, so then you want to go back here. Could have just stayed on that one and done it. We want inside. You have to just keep... Now that's how it's supposed to look. Like right there. You know what though? I think I'm going to go ahead... I'm going to go ahead and do... I'm going to use the smaller roof. Like that. And I'm going to finish this off here to give it a matching edge. So just move this up and stay inside the lines. Let's see, is that correct? I'm using the smaller one. It's going to give us so that we don't end up with pointy things all sticking out in our up in our attic or up in our rooms. Okay, so did we do it right? Let's see. Well, we can just go ahead and go back to the big one. That's what we can do over here. because we're not going to do it on this side. We're just going to do it on the front of the house. So let's go ahead and match this up. And that way we can get it. Make sure. Yeah. Just right up, butt it right up to the edge. Let's do it. Go ahead and come down. Go right up to the edge. I don't think. Yeah, there we go. See, if you do this, you can see it go into it like that. Just pull it out. And now if you, like if I do that and you're thinking, well, you're wasting resources, but it doesn't. It remembers that you already have those resources placed down. So it's not wasting. You can do it just like that. And it's kind of easy not to have to go in between the edges and be so careful. So now we can go over here, and this should help us also. We want to do it just like that. See how it's all blend in just perfectly. But I'm thinking that's not right. Let's go Y. I'm thinking it needs to come down one. Okay. It's really deceptive on this point right there. It's very deceptive. How I don't understand why you don't meet the roofs together. I think that's right, but no, it must not be because it didn't form. So I'm thinking this is right, and then if we go over here, I think we can go ahead and yeah, see, I see that little edge there. Let's pull this out as much as we can before the point doesn't. We don't want the point to show. There, yeah, there we go. Now that's going to make it easier to place the rest of this, because we needed a visual of where to go. So let's go ahead and finish up this too. There we go. Well, I tell you, it's just, I don't know. And I don't know if it could be improved. I really don't, because it's definitely the best building tools that I've ever used. I don't think that's right. So I don't know how they can make it any easier. Okay, so see, it did not make the little beam. So I'm thinking it must need to go up one. It was easier to do it when you're looking for the little, maybe. Uh-oh, it's getting nighttime. Let's see, let's go down. There, I think that's right. So now we just want to fill in this little pieces right here. And like I say, it doesn't waste resources. Oh my goodness. There we go. One little piece left. Okay, there we go. Let's go down and sleep. And I didn't even fall off. So proud of myself. So let me show you how it works. When you sleep, you lay down on your side like this. And if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, it says night speed times 60. So, and then it's just like Minecraft, where if you're playing with your friends, and when she wakes up, she gets over on her back. I like it. I think it's so fun. And then it's daylight out. So much better. Okay, so we're almost done. We are at the most nitpicky part, but we're getting there. Much easier than what I was having to on my single player. Oh my gosh, guys. It's a wonderful building concept. Let's try that. Yep. But it just takes practice, because once I practiced some, it did get easier. and you learn what to look for. I think that first you don't know what to even look for, and it looks wrong. So, like, I mean, that just looks so... It looks wrong. It doesn't look like it's going to do what it's going to do, but it does, so that's what you need to know. Okay, so the bad thing about the morning sun, it's in our eyes. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. And it really has a lot to do with where you're standing. There we go. Now, we've got that figured out. Oh no, we were going to... Yeah, I think we can still do it. We're going to use the valley or inner roof corner to extend it. I think that right there is what we need. You just have to goof it around and goof it around until you get it to fix. And I do think it helped putting those extra little places. Now we should be the same thing. We should have a little tiny, yep, I see it. We should have a little tiny line of clear sky in between the two up there where they meet. And see, we did it. Look, you have beams, all the beams meeting. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way it's supposed to be. But oh my gosh, you should have seen what I was doing. So now we have to go back to our little one and finish this area off. So just bring it forward. Up, 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 up. I think that's right. We'll test it and see in a minute. Can't tell what we're doing. Okay. Let's see. Shadow's still bad, even though it's daylight. Now I've got to figure out, I may have to go get on a scaffolding to do this. I think, just need to pull that down. I don't know if it's, did it do it? It did. Okay, we've got our beam. That's the most important thing. If you don't see your beam, then you know it's, I mean, you know what? There's different ways you can do it. You can actually have this big boofy top on the top. If you can't, for some reason on my single player, I was building a house where there was not a point directly in the center. For some reason I could not get them to center at all, and I don't know why. And so there was like a poofiness because either I had to get them too close together or too far apart. Anyway, so just to explain that, there is other ways you can do it that just doesn't look as pretty. So let's go down and see what we did. There we go. If you watched the live stream, you saw we got our gliders last night. Now, isn't that pretty? Look at that. I just love that. Thanks to Chisel Chip for showing us how to do that. I don't think I'd ever figured that out. But that just adds such a dimension to our home. It doesn't look like a square box anymore at all, does it? Looks like it's raining. Look how everything looks wet. But I don't think there's rain in the game yet. I don't think. Maybe. Okay, so let's go see what we've done. What we need to do next. Yeah, we need to fill in these areas. So what we want to use is, we want to go ahead and use, so let's go control, well, first we have to figure out what we're going to do. So we want to go back to our 2 meter and then control and Shrouded block. So we want to continue this up. And so what I'm going to do is I'll continue these up and I will place blocks down, and I'll do the same on there, and I'll do the same on here. So it's nothing that you have to watch. So I'll bring you back when I get all this done. See, you do that, and then you go up like that. Make sure you're in line. So that just, it's very tedious. I'll bring you back whenever I get that all done. Okay, I finally got most of it done, but I wanted to show you exactly what I did. So I filled in up to the top where they didn't quite meet together, and so you can just fill in with your little blocks. For the bottom part down here, wow, that's bright. Let's go ahead and go down to the 2 meter and then the little walls on number 7. And that saves you a little bit of constant click, click, click. So you can fill that part in with the small wall there. And then you want to go back to your, you want to go back to your single block. And you'll fill these in with all your single blocks like this. And just just make sure and go a little bit slow so that you don't misclick. But if you misclick, not a problem. So what we're going to do is we want windows. Wow, that is bright. So let's hurry and get this done. You want 2 rows at the bottom here. And that'll make our window area. There, like that. So just fill those all in. See that window? We have 3 big windows that lets all this light in. And something I noticed, I don't like all that blue haze coming through this, underneath there. Now, they talked about that during the demo. I'm not sure they can do anything about that. But I did notice too, with these blocks, there is all kinds of light coming through. But if you move them out just a little bit, what that does is cause bumps on the other side of your roof. So I don't know what is worse. I don't like the bumps on the outside of the roof. I don't like that. So almost don't mind light coming through those. Let's see if I can get back. See, I see, looks like we missed a spot up there. So, but look how nice that, oh yeah, see it doesn't look good. So I might need to extend those into the roof a little bit because I don't like how that looks. So it may have to show. We may have little dots showing through our roof. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do, but I won't do that with on screen. I'll have to fix that because that does not look good. I don't like that. I didn't mind it so much inside, but I definitely don't like it from the outside. So all I have to do is just move those blocks over one little bit and just fill those in. So I'll do that, but I chose the way I did it because I don't want a bunch of bumps on top of my roof. But I don't guess it'll matter. But anyway, what do y'all think of that? What do y'all think of using the shrouded wood? It definitely gives, let's see, you can't really see it anywhere in here, can you? There's the best you can probably see it. See how it looks different compared to that's the normal wood there. Oops. And I don't know. It looks good. We're going to get lots better wood. I'm not real happy. While I've got you, let's see how this is going to be. If it's as simple as I'm saying. So you might want to make sure and move those over before you put your roof on. Yeah, see if I pull it down, then it's going to show like that. That's where it is now. Like that. So you move it over one like that. I wonder what that does. Looks better, definitely. There we go. But what does that do to our roof? And it's mainly because of using this wood. Okay, let's go see what it does. Tab and get out of that. There we go. Doesn't look very bad. Maybe it doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, see, I don't like that. I guess it's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's better than having all that light, but it's because of using that wood. But I still want to use the wood. But, I'll have to experiment. But boy, doesn't that look much better. That looks 100,000 times better. I'll have to experiment a little bit about that. But I wanted to show you this while we're out here. This is where I went and took my pickaxe and I removed a lot of this rubble. I'll show you while we're out here. You can remove rubble, see, like that, as long as you're inside your orange border and your orange area. You can go ahead and do that. You can remove the rubble like that, And I'm getting rubble, which you don't use, I think we might use it later some, but I don't think you use a lot of rubble. You do get a lot of rubble, especially if you want to go over and start. I noticed this is, must be a part of the ruins. It's one piece of ruins, because you can also remove ruins. Let's see, if we get in the building mode, and let's go to our little block right there. No, that's not. Oh, what? Because we're in. Let's see. Let's go. Let's do control and go to our wood. We must be out of. We must be getting close to being out of our shrouded wood. But goodness, that's awesome, because I thought we would run out. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get our single little block. So I'm thinking that we can remove that. Yeah, see, you can remove as long as you're inside. Where's one I can do? As long as you're inside your orange, you can actually remove these ruins like that. See? And what I'm interested in the fact that, see, there we go. Smooth that off a little bit. Anyway, I removed a lot right here. I'm going to put our blacksmith. I want to integrate this area with our blacksmith is what I want to do. So I was thinking, if you look back at my old my demo videos, I went in and I completely erased a lot of this ruin right here and rebuilt it. I did a video about that. I'll have to go back and watch it, because I thought if you remove some of this, it gives you those blocks, but I don't have that blueprint, and I'm not sure why. I really don't. I'm confused. I'll have to go watch my video to make sure I understood how to do it. So I think we're getting kind of close to the, yeah, we're getting kind of close to the border, so it's getting harder. There we go. That, see? But you can actually build too. Like if I want to build with stone, but it's not going to match. And that's what I don't understand, because it should have given me this material. That's what I don't understand. I don't remember how we get that material. There was something up there. There's rats in there. Something got... Okay, let's get back. Okay, we got totally sidetracked. My goodness. So what we want to do is do windows and doors. We have 2 doors, and then we have... So this is going to be 3. They're just little single windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Let's see. And then we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So let's go ahead and make 20, just if we can. Let's see. So we want windows. Ooh, we need something for doors. Okay, so a wooden door, metal scraps, and then crude wooden door. So we probably just want this one. So we're going to need metal scraps for the doors. Let's go ahead and do that. I made Steffi a chest and I took it over. There's metal scraps. You get metal scraps from fighting you get the most from fighting people across the land and raiding their camps and stuff. You can get a lot of metal that way. I've gotten a little bit of metal here in the ruins by destroying stuff too. So, okay, so now we have doors. So we don't want the double doors. We want the single door. But you can see there's different ones. So you can make a crude wooden door, but we want to make this nice door. And then if you want to make the double door, you'll need the wooden door to make the double door. So let's do this. We need, what did I say? 2 of those, and then we needed 20 windows, I believe. So all you need for windows is 3 wood logs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. While we're here, we can see the dishes. You have a wooden bowl. And there's a little wooden cup. A crude wooden platter. And a little wooden jug. Aren't those neat? And they're all just made out of wood logs. And then there's also fences. If we were worried about those wolves, and sometimes I do worry about that. But what we need is more things, right? We definitely need more lights. And I'm thinking decorating and all that's going to be in another video. Also, we need to do a lot of work with our staircase. Okay, enough of that. We want to put the doors up. That's number 6. Rotate. And it just, they should just kind of, I wonder if you push X, do they? Whoops, no. I don't want to sit down. I was seeing the X would snap, but I'm thinking, so you can kind of put it this way or this, that's the way we want it. And we want the doorknob on the right hand side. I think it's weird how there's a light going through there. So let's rotate it because we want the doors to be the same. Yeah, like that. I like the sounds. So how does it look from the outside? Oh, perfect. Okay, now let's do our windows. There they are. So you click Alt, and that brings down your other toolbar, and we want number 2. So let's rotate. I think these are so cool. I wonder if we'll get glass someday. There we go. And then these little windows are just single. So, I mean, and the beauty of it is you can take your windows out if you decide to change up how it looks. Oh, interesting. I didn't quite... This is the one that we were having trouble with, remember? So, I'm thinking... yeah, it's supposed to be one space. Okay, here we go. I see. So speaking of taking out, it's going to let me. Let's see, it maybe I have to get out of building. Well, I'm not in building mode. What if I right click? Nope. Pick up. I saw it. I saw it. Pick up. Well, let's get out of this window, and then there we go. And you have to hold it down. Okay, so we need to... That's so funny because I had not noticed that this wasn't proper at all. Oh, it's getting dark again, but that's okay. We will continue on. So we want to go into building mode. In fact, what I want to do, I'll put these windows up here so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Alt. Okay, number 1 is our building mode, and tab, and we need to remove 3 right here. See how easy that is? So you could fill all this in and have a single window, or you can have it big like this, or have another one. We could eliminate 2 more sides and have it even longer. So that's the beauty of this game. The sky is the limit. There we go. See, that worked out good. Let's rotate. There we go. Then we get both of those and both of those. There we go. Ah, look how dark it is. Okay. See, that's why it's such a great idea to put the fire altar down here in your house, because see, it didn't even really bother us, but we can get candles and light later on. Let's sleep. But it really helps with building when you have that altar right in the center of your house. And you can always change it later. Okay, I woke up. I love how they wake up. So let's go up and finish our windows. It's getting daylight. We'll have to give it a minute. Rotate. You noticed how we're always at the wrong... We're always at the wrong... There we go. Okay, let's do this one so we don't have to rotate. Everything just fits so nicely. It looks so nice. You know, I just love it. Okay, now we need to rotate. There we go. So each window is 2 by 3 if you're planning your windows. You know, something I was thinking about, let's go down and I want to look. I was thinking about it earlier, and then I thought, you know, that might be a good idea. I might do that in the next video. Is if you come out here, oh, we have to work on our deck too. You know what I think would be kind of fun is to open that up. That wood makes a weird edging. I don't really like that much, but I like the wood. Doesn't that look cool? It's such a difference in this wood compared to that wood. It's just, it gives it a good, it looks really nice. So anyway, what I was thinking was, wouldn't it be fun to have like a deck out here, just a little deck that you could come out here and sit or be able to look out, and have that be a door. Would you have a door there, or yeah, I guess you'd have to have a door. Anyway, we'll have to think about that. But now we have to do our deck. We have to do see if we want to do that balcony. Gosh, there's so many things to do, and there's so many cool things to figure out. I'm just so excited. So any hints and tips, please share them in the comments below, and be sure and like and subscribe and click that bell, because we're going to be constantly bringing you really good information about Enshrouded. Bye for now.